All right, today we're going to talk about something huge, a massive blind spot in your health data that you probably don't even realize is there.
So, think about the health app on your phone for a second. Yeah, it's great at tracking your steps, your sleep, maybe your heart rate, but what's it not telling you? What if the biggest factors affecting your health aren't even happening inside your body, but all around it?
And this right here really lays it all out. On one side, you've got the stuff we all know and track, right? Steps, sleep, heart rate, basically our personal biology. But then look at the other side. This is what your app has no clue about. The actual air quality on your way to work, the noise levels just outside your bedroom window, or even those weird heat island effects in your part of town. This is the entire missing half of the story.
Yeah, these are the invisible factors. They're what we could call health's missing link. I'm talking about all those environmental things we're exposed to every single day that shape how we feel, but we don't measure that.
And believe it or not, there's a scientific name for this. It's called the exposome. Now that sounds complicated, but here's a simple way to think about it. It's basically the environmental twin to your genome. You know how your genome is all your DNA? Well, your exposome is everything else, all the environmental stuff you're exposed to in your entire life. We're talking the air you breathe, the noise you hear, the whole shebang.
And look, this is not just some fancy science term. This stuff has real consequences. I mean, research is now directly linking these environmental factors to some serious health problems. Things like heart disease, making asthma worse, preterm births, even chronic inflammation in our mental health. It's a huge, huge piece of the puzzle that we've been missing.
Okay, so how do we actually fix this? How do we fill in that giant data gap? Well, it turns out a new kind of tech is starting to provide some answers. We're talking about hyperlocal environmental intelligence, and a company at the forefront of this is called Sparrow Data.
So, what Sparrow is doing is pretty cool. Their whole mission is to give us that missing environmental context. They're basically capturing all the data that our smartwatches and our doctor's records just can't see. The goal? To finally build a complete picture of the world you actually live in and day out.
So, you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? Well, it's basically a three-step dance. First, they put these little mobile sensors, they call them nodes, all over a city. And these things just gobble up super detailed block-by-block data. Then, the platform crunches all that info and builds this living, breathing map of the environment. We're not talking citywide, we're talking street by street. And from that, they can generate these incredibly precise, real-time insights, right down to your exact commute or the block you live on.
Okay, cool tech. But what does that actually mean for you? Like, how does this change the advice you get from your health app or some future health AI? Because this is where it gets really, really interesting.
Okay, just imagine this. Your phone buzzes and gives you a heads up like this one. See, this is the magic right here. It's not just saying, hey, the air quality is bad. No, it's connecting that real-time info to your specific health history, your asthma, and giving you advice that is proactive, personal, and could honestly be a lifesaver.
Or what about this one? This is genius. It's connecting two things you'd probably never think are related: the noise and pollution on your drive home and how well you're going to sleep tonight. By spotting that connection, an AI could actually suggest, hey, maybe take this other route home, all to help you get better rest. It's literally making these invisible connections visible. In this example, this might be the most powerful one of all. This kind of tech can arm you with information before you even walk into the doctor's office. It can actually measure your exposure to stuff in the environment and help you say, hey doc, my symptoms might be linked to this. It gives you the actual data, the real language to have a totally different, much more productive conversation with your doctor. So when you put all this together, what you're seeing is a massive shift in how we think about health. We're moving from a world where we just react to getting sick to one where we can be proactive, managing our environment to stop those symptoms from even starting. And that's really the end game here. The goal is to completely level up health AI. We're talking about moving beyond a simple reactive assistant that just looks at your data after you're already feeling bad and turning it into a truly proactive, context-aware partner, something that guides you based on the full picture of your life, what's happening inside your body and all around it. Which brings us to a really fascinating final thought. You know, for years we've been obsessed with tracking our steps, our calories, our sleep. But what if the next great leap in personal health data isn't about us at all? What if it's about the world right outside our front door? Could it be that the air you're breathing right now is the single most important health metric you're not even tracking yet?